Here's something that might not seem like a problem, but I wouldn't be making the video if it actually was. And that, of course, is the rust. You can see the stains there from the metal rusting. This is a metal stairway, the bottom of a metal stairway. And you can see the orange spots are basically stains um, from the rust leaking down, kind of like same thing as you'd see a stain on the outside of a building, maybe from a nail rusting or another piece of metal, and then the wood staining. Now, the first reaction for something like this, 90% of the time, and again, this would be a high percentage here, is to just paint it. And I'm here to tell you that that is fine. Go ahead and paint it, but do not ignore the fact that there could be a problem. Wouldn't be a bad idea if you have something like this to inspect the top and look for any gaps or cracks in these areas or anywhere in the stairway where the water, when it rains, let's say, can be seeping in to the most of the time metal stairs like this have concrete treads. That's real common. And of course it's just concrete poured in metal pans. These are metal trays, kind of like a bunch of boxes, let's say, and they pour the concrete in there to give it a concrete finish if they don't want a steel or a metal finish, like a metal stairway. So this is real common here, except for the fact that concrete expands and contracts, leaving spots or gaps where water can seep in. And of course that is a problem all by itself. Now let's take a look at what it looks like from above. And you can see here we have a concrete tread in a metal pan, and it looks like someone has caulked around the perimeter where the stair stringer, the metal stair stringer, butts the concrete. And of course this could be a sign that there already is a problem. This probably isn't something they would have done when they built the stairway. Now let's not forget, water can seep in from any of these areas. You will need to look for any gaps or cracks around the entire perimeter of the concrete step. And let's not forget that water can also absorb into concrete. Now, one more thing I'd like to point out is that water can always enter here, let's say, and go underneath the concrete and exit here, leaving the stains on the bottom of the stringer and not in front. So let's not forget that. These pans are usually welded together. Let's say, you know, you're going to have a solid piece of metal underneath the tread or forming the tread in the riser, for example. And then the stair stringers will be welded to the side of these pans, which of course would be right underneath where the arrow is here, which would be the perfect spot for water to seep out of. So let's not forget that either. There are some of these pans I've seen every once in a while where they actually have drain holes and underneath them are certain areas. This allows the water to escape, but let's just not forget that these are made out of metal, and eventually they can rust, and you might not see it underneath because the deterioration of the metal would be taking place between the concrete and the top of the metal pan. So these stairways, obviously they are designed to last a long time, but how long that is going to be will actually depend upon how well you take care of them. Any signs of rust will need to be addressed, and that's the whole purpose of this video. You have a metal stairway and it is rusting, then you might have a problem.